Hello everyone. Today let's look at how containers have been arranged and organized in a way that mark the entryway, but not only that, how they have been arranged and organized in a way that also bring interest to an entryway. And we'll also look at some of the plants that are good for entryways and also to bring interest to entryway as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So before we look at the containers in detail, I wanted to let you know that I've gotten ideas and inspirations from other gardeners through reading, through watching videos. So I hope if you're watching this video today, I hope that you will get some ideas and inspiration from it. Now, I can't say I'm an expert at it, but of course I try my best and it just gets better and better every day. And the same goes with you. As you're getting more into gardening, you'll learn a lot more as you go. All right, are you ready? Well, here is the entryway. So what's different about this entryway is that this side is in full sun while this side is in part sun. So because of that, you have to be very careful with what kinds of plants you will have on either side, not only to create symmetry or harmony, but then also to make sure that plants will be able to do well. So I know that with the camellias, they can still do well in full sun once they are established, because both of these used to be right around here. So I know that they can do well, and I think they would prefer more part shade versus full sun. And here I have Japanese maple. They like part shade or part sun a lot better. So with an entryway, you want to have a mirror image as much as possible. But, you know, it doesn't have to be completely mirror image, but it does really help right away if you're a beginner and you might not have experience with placing containers. The best thing to do is, of course, to mirror one side with the other. So that doesn't always happen in real life. For example, you might not even know to even do that, or cost might be an issue for you. So you might not be able to afford two of the same thing. So in this instance, in my situation here, I do have similar containers on each side. Let's look at those because it's easy to have mirror image of the same thing on each side, such as that container and that container, the taller container there and there, the wooden containers, the terracotta containers. So it's easy to do that. I do have a few containers that are not mirror image of each other. When you have a lot of the same kinds of containers, you can kind of get away with some different ones and different kinds of containers, like this one right here and this right here. Both of these are completely different from the other containers, but they have the repeating orange theme. So there's orange right there and orange right there, and it repeats on the other side as well with that gray color, brown, a little bit of white going on. Well, that's not white, that's more like beige right there. As long as you have the same kinds of repetition going on one side and then also on the other side, it should work for you. So you will notice I have a camellia right there in that container, but on this side I have the same container but no camellia there. I have a different container there. So to help with bringing back symmetry, I also have a camellia right there. It is a different variety of camellia, but it is a camellia. So that's something that you could tie, you know, to with the symmetry. So it doesn't have to be matchy-matchy as long as you have some kind of likeness on each side. So when you have the same containers on both sides. I feel like you can get away with planting different plants in the same kind of containers like I have here. So this wooden container, I have this creeping phlox. I have fern there. I have hosta, bleeding heart, moss around there. But on this side, I have totally different plants. I have Dusty Miller here. This is pansy. This is something that I planted this year for the first time in here. There's Dusty Miller too. I might have other stuff going on here. So yeah, as mentioned, I feel like it's okay if you have the same kind of container with different plants, especially if you have a substantial container. So this is a big container, so it's a structural container. So you see more of the containers, it stands out. So because of that, I feel like you can get away with planting different plants in there. There's a green theme going on there. Having a green theme such as this helps to have symmetry on either side. So not having an exact match on both sides really helped me to appreciate the area a lot better. Now, you might not agree, and that's fine. Just try to make it so that you are happy with your results. But if you're someone who, feel like, you can't get the exact match, that is okay. Try to find some elements that are the same on either side. So this entryway serves two purposes. One is to screen, and the other one is to invite visitors into that area. So let me show you what is meant by that. All right, so they might not be as noticeable now because they're so small, but eventually the background plants will get a lot bigger and they will help to screen the area around here, and of course to screen the area around right there. So that is the plan. So when they do get bigger, you will not readily see this whole area right here except what is shown behind it. So there might be other stuff going on in the future here to kind of screen what's to come later. But for now, this is what I have going on right here. So I might change this area around right here to have more screening, but the way that it is right now, the Jubilation Gardenia serves as a screen too, even though it's on the other side of that, I guess, that fencing thing right there. So maybe I'll have another evergreen right there. That is to be decided, but for right now, it looks good the way it is. So here the Japanese maple will get bigger and will nicely screen this area really well, along with the camellia right here. So what is interesting about the camellias is that they will also draw visitors towards this area when they are in bloom. When they are not in bloom, they will serve as a nice evergreen screen. All right, it got so hot all of a sudden, therefore there's a hat on my head right now, and there's just crazy pollen going on. You probably have seen it flying across the screen. It's all over the screen on my phone right now. So in addition to drawing people to that entryway with your blooms from evergreen plants, from your perennials, you can also add annuals. Add annuals to the front because they add a pop of color right away. Everywhere you go, whenever you see annuals, your eyes just draw to that area. And they are good for experimenting. You get to see what colors, what plants work for you for that year, and you could change it up next year. So it's just fun to play with annuals, and they tend to be pretty inexpensive compared to perennials and evergreens. So here I have marigolds. Now they're here temporarily, but eventually I think I would like to add other annuals. I think I would like to do something fun this year because typically I don't like to use a lot of annuals, but I think this year I'm gonna step out and try doing some annuals in the front here when the marigolds are no longer here. But whatever you decide to do, just make sure you have some kind of symmetry on either side, whether it'll be the types of plants, the types of bloom colors, the types of containers you use, or it could be a little bit of both on each side. So if you would like to create an entryway that serves both as a screen and then also as a point of interest to draw visitors towards it, I hope this video has helped you out. And if your entryway has the same lighting challenge as I do here, with one side being full sun and one side is part sun, I hope you were able to see some of the plants that you can actually use on either side that could work for you, especially if you're in the same growing zone as me with the same growing condition. So with that, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And until the next one, take care and bye for now. Well, thank you again for watching the video. If you would like to support my channel, please subscribe and watch some of the other videos. The video links are up above for you. So with that, thank you so much in advance. Take care and bye for now.